Top news. MSNBC host gleefully mocks Trump's devastating poll numbers in first 100 days. MSNBC host Rachel Maddow gleefully mocked President Donald Trump while reviewing several devastating poll numbers on his first 100 days in office. The Rachel Maddow show host tore into the president over his horrible ratings with a smirk on her face Friday night, suggesting his desperation has led him to do crazy things. The Trump critic referred to polls from the New York Times, Pew Research Center, Fox News, The Washington Post, and more to show how Trump's numbers are brutally bad. So, correlation is not causation. Just because things happen together doesn't necessarily mean that one of those things caused the other one to happen. Still though, it's hard not to think that these things happening right now in the news might not have something to do with one another, Maddow said of the commander-in-chief who reaches his 100th day in office on Tuesday. It's about public opinion. We started last night's show with a look at public opinion concerning this president and this presidency as he approaches the end of his crucial first 100 days in office. And as we discussed on last night's show, the numbers for him are brutally bad, she added. After previously discussing how American citizens believe he has hurt the country more than help it by a 24-point margin, according to the Economist/YouGov poll, Maddow dug deeper into what citizens really think about the president. She specifically referred to the New York Times banner headline that read, "Voters sour on Trump in Time/Siena poll," before touching on the full headline that read, "Voters see Trump's use of power as overreaching, Times/Siena poll finds." And then it's just a litany of all the things Trump has been trying to do and how much the American public hates all of it, Maddow stated. The poll found that 66% of voters described Trump's second term as chaotic, while 59% said he was scary, and just 42% said he was exciting. Maddow went over nearly every question asked in each poll, making it abundantly clear that these low scores are part of a national consensus view. Do you support or oppose Trump withholding funds from universities? Oppose by a 25-point margin, she said. Should Trump be allowed to impose tariffs without authorization from Congress? No by a 33-point margin. Should Trump be allowed to eliminate programs enacted by Congress? No by a 33-point margin. Maddow then highlighted the seriousness behind his low ratings, adding, "When you are losing polling questions about stuff you've said you might want to do or stuff you're trying to do, when you're losing polling questions like that by 40, 60, 70-point margins, we're pretty close to something that looks like a national consensus view in this country, and the view is no to what Donald Trump is doing." She credited the New York Times for getting the big takeaway correct from its poll, adding that voters see Trump's use of power as overreaching. I mean, outright majorities of the country say that Trump has gone, quote, too far, on tariffs, too far, on his cuts to the federal workforce, too far, on immigration enforcement, too far, on his overall changes to the political and economic system, too far, the host added. The pundit then referred to other polls that came up with similar results, and specifically touched on a new Washington Post/ABC and Ipsos poll about immigration. The poll found that 53% of Americans do not agree with Trump's handling of immigration in the U.S., while 46% are for it. That's quite a turnaround from his numbers in February when 50% approved and 48% didn't. So, it's all bad for Trump in terms of the public just soundly rejecting everything he's doing, even the stuff that he says just for political effect. It's having the opposite political effect that he intends, Maddow continued. I don't know that we have ever seen another first 100 days from any president this roundly rejected and hated by the American people. She then brought up her dismay with Trump's recent decision to arrest Wisconsin Judge Hannah Dugan after she intentionally misdirected federal agents away from an illegal migrant, according to FBI Director Kash Patel. But on the day we've got on the front page of the New York Times, voters sour on Trump. Americans think Trump is overreaching in his use of power. On the day that is the news on Donald Trump, what does Trump do? He arrests a judge. He arrests a judge, Maddow emphasized. She added, "If you want to talk about a portrait of desperation, show me the political leader who is just flipping the table over. Just pulling the pin on the grenade and rolling it into the room. Show me the elected leader who has decided to start arresting judges to see what happens. Her arrest has even sparked another Wisconsin judge to threaten to shut down her